Back in 2019, me and another runner named Zaref created a new extension category, Rake and Lake, as a reference to an Entitled Goose Game. The rules are simple. Get either a farmer's pitchfork or a farming hoe and throw it into any body of water with the word lake in its name. Although fairly short, the category has some interesting routing, so I made this tutorial to help people understand the category a little bit more. Like most extension categories, the fastest language for Rake and Lake is French, so be sure to set your system language to that. Once we exit the Shrine of Resurrection, there's two main routes we can take. The first is slower, but a lot more consistent and beginner friendly. The second's about a minute faster, but is very RNG dependent and there's a lot of things that can go wrong. In this tutorial, I'll be going over both. Whichever route you take, you're going to start by making a beeline for the potlet in this Boko camp. This is where the routes start to differ. The first route I'll be covering is the Temple of Time route. Start by making your way to the front of the Temple of Time, where the bokoblin used in Castle BTB is located. You may want to shield surf down the hill, but it's better to just sprint and whistle sprint to conserve shield durability. We'll be needing it later. This specific pot will always yield 5 arrows. The fastest way to break it is to simply sprint over it. From here, run to the left and open the chest to get a traveler's bow. Exit Temple of Time to the southeast, and then run along the side of the Temple of Time. Start surfing down this hill. Once the ground levels out, start jumping to conserve speed until the ground slopes downwards again. When the ground starts to slope upwards, do a single jump, then press B to put away your shield, which gives more distance than just unequipping it. Start running this way to get to the BTB spot, and then surf down this hill. The Boko should notice you just about then. Now it's time for the BTB. Although similar in setup to Bomb's BTB, it is a little bit more precise in terms of execution. Once you get up on the ladder, don't move left or right, just target the bokoblin. Once the Boko approaches, jump and then shield jump. Then immediately enter bullet time, sooner than if you were doing Bomb's BTB. The timing can be tricky at first, but once you practice it a couple times it becomes easier. I'll cover how to finish the run once I showcase the next route. The run starts the same as the other route. However, once you get the potlet, start running this way towards this hill. Again, keep to sprinting and whistle sprinting in order to conserve shield durability. Run up this hill and surf down it. As you're surfing down it, you're going to want to stay towards the middle of the hill. This conserves speed but doesn't angle you in the wrong direction. The movement up to the Rake is the same as in the previous route. However, you may need to put away your shield earlier in order to conserve more durability. This is where the route really starts to differ. Surf down this hill and jump to get to the archer platform. Stab him with the Rake and he'll drop his bow. This is the first RNG dependent part of the run, as we need the bokoblin to drop arrows in order to enter bullet time. Pick up the arrows and head to the left of the monster chest platform. We need the bokoblins in this position so we can set up the BTB. I find that sprinting towards the top of the hill gets the bokos in a good position. Plus you can do a cool shield flip to get onto the platform. Our BTB needs to go in this general direction. Since we're relying on bokoblin RNG, we need to take into account where we're standing. If the bokoblin is more to the left, your position should be more leftward as well. If he's more to the right, you go more to the right. Keep in mind that you can make almost any angle work, so don't be afraid to mess around with it. Landing the BTB isn't very hard, but there's a couple things you need to take into note. Generally, you're going to want to wait till your position on the minimap is just past this line. Wait a second and then press B to unequip your shield. If you get a western angle off the BTB, you're going to want to press B around here. If you get an eastern angle, there's not really a way to save that. Throwing the rake is pretty easy, just throw it between 1 and 3 seconds before hitting the water. And that's all I can think of. Have fun throwing things into large bodies of water.